This your Hub City boy OG Bry-dee, host of Urban Realness. Today I'm gonna do a little short, man. Well, it's not even a short, man. I'm gonna do a little commentary on that dude, Swifty Blue. First off, thank you, Swifty Blue. I'm saying thank you for telling the truth. That's the first thing. Because I say your ideology that you're a part of allows you to embrace what you've embraced. Now, when I say he told the truth what they've been trying to cover up on American Cholo, what they've been trying to cover up on Dubs, what they've been trying to cover up on a variety of other shows that's hosted by these guys, Southsiders and what have not, Blue Devil. They try to cover up that their ideology, because it's not an ideology. Their ideology dictates that they have a hatred for people that look like me. See, they go outside the spectrum of how it used to be. This gang doesn't get along with that gang, or so forth. Well, if two gangs don't get along, that's between two gangs. That's just it, plain and simple. I remember when they had certain Hispanic gangs, I'm not going to mention names because I'm not going to give them that glorification, that initially started beefing with black gangs in Compton. That was just between those two sets. Those certain Hispanic gangs jam you up, hey, where you from, Holmes? You tell them where you from, they're like, oh, and going about your business, even though you were a Compton Crip. That was between that Compton Crip gang and that Compton Crip gang. Then you had certain gangs in LA that were Damu gangs that start beefing with a particular Hispanic set gang. And that just was between them. Then it used to be when we used to go to this place called Greenspan in Southgate, we used to have to catch the bus through Huntington Park, and it was a certain gang that would ask us if we were from a certain gang out of Watts. When they found out we weren't, hey, that was it. And I can just go on and on and on. I can go on to Imperial, Vermont, where certain gang members over there, Hispanic gang members, would approach blacks coming out of the liquor store or coming out of Louisiana. Used to be a Louisiana fried chicken there. And I'm one of the particular blacks. And they're like, well, let us see some tattoos, Holmes. Fortunately for me, I had Carver Park tattooed on my body. So I'd show them Carver Park, and they're like, oh, all right, Holmes, we thought you were from, and I get on about my business. And it used to be like, it was known around the city that if you went on Vermont Imperial and you were from that section over there, of the blacks, you'd probably have problems coming up out of that liquor store. It was dangerous. Not that they weren't given as just as good as they were given. It's just simply that you were at a disadvantage a lot of times coming out of that liquor store. So with that being said, you have gangs that battle gangs. But as a Southsider, your indoctrination encompasses that you have beef with everyone that's black. Doesn't matter if he's a gang member or not. If he's a male and a civilian between ages of 13 on up, I don't even know where they would cap out. I guess they would cap out, I don't know, because they've killed men that are in their 50s in the Harbor Gate area, the Harbor Gateway area. That's what it's called down there on 204th Street. They just targeted any blacks, regardless of age. They killed a young girl down there. She was 14 years old. So I thank Swifty Blue for the acknowledgement to the rest of the world of what his ideology doctrine truly is. It is a doctrine that spews hate. See, as a former active gang member, I had hatred for Southsiders and Serranos as a whole because of the gang implications of you are an enemy of my gang, not of my culture. Mine wasn't a culture, even though I knew they were, like they have cliques called the NK Boys, which are out of, Canoga Park, Alabama Street. I put a thumbnail up of that before. You can check it out, past thumbnail. But my hatred for Southsiders was when I was an active gang member. I didn't know how to differentiate between dealing with men, even though the vast majority of them are puppets and they're controlled by puppeteers. But that's something that they sign up for, and I'm not mad. So I thank Swifty Blue for verifying what I said. See, he validated everything I said, and I've been saying. Southsiders' doctrine is hatred against blacks. It's not hatred against black gangs. It's hatred against blacks. That's what you're indoctrinated with. I remember when I was in USP Terre Haute, when it was a regular joint, it's a dropout place down in the feds. If someone's there that you know, they're no good. It's a child molester, it's a dropout joint, and so on, things like that. It's akin to our sensitive need yards in California. Well, when I was there, I didn't understand how GDs would allow their cells to be given what they call violations, a mouth shot, or stick their hand in the door and crush the door on their hand, or receive a pumpkin head. I'm like, how can you go for that? In our DP, we can fight back. We might not win, but we can fight back because we call it DP. Well, this is what they signed up for, and this is how their structure is. So therefore, if this is how their structure is, this is a normalcy for them. So I said that to say this, the parallel I'm making is when you become a Southsider and you become indoctrinated, this is what you're indoctrinated with: hatred of the black culture. As of 1992, initially started in 1984. As of that meeting, well, 92, 93, they had a meeting at Elysian Park. And at that meeting, then everything was put down, the format, everything. No more drive-bys, no more this, no more that. This is what we're going to do. You're going to pay taxes. You're going to kill blacks. Why? I don't know. I'll never know because I am not them. All I know is I've been a recipient of their hatred. So when I was an active gang member,